Alright, so the squirrel's sitting there eating. And
there he is.
got him around the neck. Perfect.
That was perfect. There. What's up, guys? Another day with lamb. We're stringing up the compound, and we got a couple little squirrelies in sight. All right.
You seem so surprised. I'm gonna try.
Are you still gonna go? Dude, that's gonna hit the house. Dude, if you can hit him from here.
I don't want to hit the rock though. I'll get into a bunch of trouble.
Nom 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 nom.
In the lake.
No way, I heard that.
It went in the lake. Alright, that's good.
Arrows in the lake. That's it. We found the arrow. Lamb insists to go get it right now before he shows you guys how to make a primitive trap. Alright, no luck squirrel hunting now. We're gonna have to move on to a different technique of capturing wild game.
Yeah. Y'all want to trap some animals such as squirrels, most likely squirrels, and you don't want to go buy one like Daniel's traps. What are those, conibears?
Who's Daniel?
Casanova.
Yeah, like a Duke.
Yeah,
Duke.
whatever
Coil
Casanova
spring
has. Then you could just make a noose trap, and I'll show you how to make one of those. They're really easy.
These also take the place of conibears.
Alright guys, when setting up your trap, you want to set up in the right location first. What you want to do is see over here. You don't want something so thick, a branch that's so thick that your little trigger points in the ground aren't going to hold it. You want something relatively bendy, but you don't want something too small, such as this guy over here, that wouldn't do anything. Alright guys, this is a good stick right here, because when you pull it down, there's not much, there's a good bit of tension, and when you let go, it'll fling it up in the air, and there's a good bit of suspension right here. So basically, how this trap is going to work, you're going to have a couple of sticks in the ground. I'll show you how that's done in a second. And there's going to be a rope here pulling this branch down, and the branch is going to be tied down to one of these sticks in the ground, which is then tied to like a little trigger pin, and when the squirrel touches it, it sets the rope off, flings the branch in the air, tightens the loop around whatever part of body of the squirrel that's inside the noose, and it's snagged, suspending in the air. First things first, you're going to want to clear out your area that you're working with. You're going to line up where the string is going to come down. I have a rope right here. So the amount you cut depends on how high the branch is.
Talk like you're interested in this.
Alright, so I didn't even measure that. Just going with my gut.
And you got quite a big one.
You're gonna tie it up here. I think it's the right size. Tying, you're gonna cut this out hopefully.
You just, what kind of knot?
Square knots.
Just whatever knot.
You'll pull it down where it would be. It would be right there in this area. So what you're gonna want to do, I'll show you the sticks we cut. Come here, Danny Casanova. So you want two sticks like this. They're gonna be like this on this stick when they're in the ground, and you'll see that in a second. And then, so you got those, you got this little skinny middle stick. Show you that where that goes in a second. And you got this stick. This doesn't have to be a certain size. And then you got this little pin, and I will show you where that goes. All right, so you're gonna check to where the string goes down, and you're gonna hammer both of these little notched sticks in the ground. Is what gonna be heavy enough? Go in the ground. This stick is gonna be pulled up against this by the tension of this string. What you're gonna wanna do next is pull this down to the point where you think the tension is good. I mean, that's just your own judgment. So I think that is good tension right there. It really just depends on your preference. So when I let it go, it shoots up pretty hard. It'll yank up a squirrel right off the ground. So what you're gonna wanna do is measure with this thing pulled down the length it is to this little stick. And you're gonna wanna tie this little pin right where you had measured. And it doesn't have to be a fancy knot, be a little square knot. I never went through Boy Scouts like Casanova. I don't know knots. All right, this pin is gonna be right here. All right, what I'm gonna do is for this little middle stick, it's kind of the trigger stick, I'm gonna shave off a little bit of the surface area so that it makes the trap more sensitive. So if the squirrel just barely touches it, hopefully it'll go off, rather than the squirrel just tromping over it and it not doing anything. Just take this stick and measure it from this pin, and that would be about right there. And you're gonna hammer this one into the ground. The trap is basically done. You just need to attach the noose to it. I prefer wire, like I was saying earlier, because wire, it's just smooth. And I'm gonna take these pieces off.
Does that work?
No.
Oh. So he takes his mom's expensive aux cord from her car.
Take a crappy wire that doesn't work. Technology dies all the time. And you're gonna wanna make a little bitty loop over here at this end, like so. Just another square knot. Good. So that little hole right there. And you're gonna put this end through that hole and make the noose. Attach this end to this trigger pin. Alright, it's on there. And you're just gonna set it again, put the noose over top of the stick with the bait in the middle. I'm gonna go get some bait, and we're actually gonna set everything up, cover it with leaves, and then it should be fine. What you guys wanna do is grab some bread, because all squirrels love bread. Make sure you get the crust, because people don't like crust. Squirrels like peanut butter too. So, you know?
How about you just eat this, so then you don't have to worry about getting a squirrel?
True. So just coat that with peanut butter. Honestly,
That's a lot.
the smell is really strong with the peanut butter, so it should bring them near. Dab some almond extract on there. Let it soak in. Oop, that was a lot. Alright. Casanova said break it into 2 chunks. Now we're gonna bait this bad boy.
It's kind of difficult to do this with one man, so if you have another partner, it's a lot easier.
And be careful when releasing it.
Alright, we're going to slowly release. There we go. Don't be surprised if there's a little bit of bending.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna carefully,
Oi.
did you see that? Lay the noose over top of this.
Alright, so you want the noose big enough so that when the animal walks up, it could step its foot here and then start eating so that it'll whip and catch its foot. You don't just want it to be chewing here and this to whip in front of its face. I didn't say that very good. Now camo time. More the better. More the merrier. So the tree's pretty bendy. Going down. Knock. Hey, who knows? Maybe tonight you could even get a possum or a raccoon.
I got an alligator. The alligator is gonna be the squirrel for today. And this is how the trap works. Squirrel's gonna be walking along. The squirrel's sitting there eating. And
There he is.
got him around the neck. Perfect.
That was perfect. That was only one try too. Let's see this work with a real squirrel now.
Dead squirrel.
Sorry, buddy.
Alright guys, so that's how you make a noose trap. And obviously it's a cheap way to trap some animals, get some food in the freezer, and it's also a lot of fun. I enjoy doing this stuff. So hope you guys had fun doing it. I had fun making it. See you guys later. Make some
Vlog hunting episode 8.